to renowned Professor Ajoy Roy, professor from University of Dhaka. Professor Roy is also a noted activist in Bangladesh. So, Professor Roy, tell me, I mean, I've seen a lot of, right now I think the whole world have seen the jubilant faces of democracy in Bangladesh. So what's the feeling on the ground right now? Is it a feeling of kind of liberation, that they got liberated from military rule, or they are seeing a new hope in democracy?
As the result was pouring out, and as it becomes apparent that the Grand Alliance led by AL Awami is having a almost landslide victory, we will call it. The people are sober in their approach. Apparently, there is no exuberance, no victory celebration, nothing of the sort. Normal life is as usual. The people has given their verdict very silently and very clearly what they want. Yes. The main points of the verdict is the control of the sky-high prices of the daily commodities, which are hitting very hardly of late to the common people. This is number one. Number two, the common people are fed up with the terrorism led by the fundamentalists, and which is also being patronized by the large party led by Begum Khaleda Zia, the BNP. This annoyed the people. A third point is the too much hobnobbing with the war criminals, the Jamatis and other Islamic groups who acted against our liberation war, killed, were responsible for killing many innocent lives, which amounted to about 30 lakhs of people, molestation of the girls, women, married women, maiden women, and all these are very because of our stand on the war criminals became very popular, and people could see the nature of the BNP and the Jamatis, and they got very much annoyed. And these are the main causes. And we also believe that this victory are also against the fundamentalism, against the religion fanaticism, and we may say this is a victory of the non-communal forces, the secular forces, the liberal democratic forces. The rest is I do not know how these results will be read by the Awami League and their co-partners. But this is the people's verdict.
But the Khaleda Zia declined. She has declined to accept the result. Do you see that this again mean that they will be delaying a process of democracy? I mean, is there a fear or a kind of, I would say, nervousness among the people that because of the fact that opposition is not accepting the result may again lead to turmoil?
I don't know the ultimate path of the BNP, what they will choose, but this is a routine reaction. My interpretation is this is a routine interpretation, keeping in line with the Asian tradition. I must say the defeating party doesn't want to accept the people's verdict in a gracious way. But I think the main thing is most of the election observers, which has been here, I think about 40 organizations, including some of the international, and I have been going through their reactions, and we have been talking to those people who actually entered different, as for example, NDI, American Post NDI. They have visited almost all the districts and sub-districts voting centers, and their reaction is one of the finest election one can ever reach, even in the Western standard. So I think the Khaleda Jia Begum's allegation will not stand on the truth. This is just a propaganda to save their supporters, I believe.
So, Professor,
and they will have to finally accept the result.
Do you think that this victory moment is the biggest moment after 71 war? Because for a long time there has been complaint from the secularist group of Bangladesh that all the attainment of liberation war was being washed away, and this is the first time you see the clock is ticking back.
This is definitely a path of return to what we call the Mukti Juddher Chetona, the consciousness of the liberal, the philosophy for which the liberation was stood for. That means secularism, liberalism, some kind of socialism. I do not know how the AL and others will interpret socialism, but it is definitely not Marxism-based socialism. It is a socialism of some kind of financial and social justice, so that the wealth must not concentrate in few hands. I think if I have understood the AL stand of socialism, this is their interpretation.
Now, this time
this victory is definitely a silver line in the horizon, that secular force has again emerged with color, but how this secularism could be established is still a big mark question.
But did you see, this is an interesting thing to watch, that the new generation voters have overwhelmingly voted for Awami League? Is that a kind of...
I won't say they have voted for Awami League. I think they have voted for the liberalism, for the anti-war criminals, and for the future, what they have been calling the new Bangladesh, based on information technology, based on industrialization, and based on microelectronics and IT. These are the vision of the young people, and the AL party and their alliance have correctly judged the sentiment of these young people. That these young people are now much more mature, knowledgeable our liberation war. At times, it was alleged that the young generation are not aware of the publicity we have been making for liberation war, and bringing out of the literatures and the books in favor of the literature of free thinking that Muktamana stands for. All this combined into a regeneration, or the rekindling in the minds of the younger generation, and they found a space that the BNP is not the person on whom they can put their votes in BNP basket, rather than they have taken a chance, or it probably might be a risky chance, but they have found a space in the grand alliance of our League-led alliance.
So, Professor, I have a last question for you. In our South Asian experience, you have seen the party who had this kind of landslide margin, let's say 5th, 6th of mandate.
Sorry, I couldn't get you.
In our South Asian experience, we have seen the party who have won such a huge majority. It's more than 2/3. It's probably 5th, 6th. I mean, eventually, in every case from history, you have seen they went on to become a despotic regime. I mean, you have seen it in India very thoroughly. And we have seen it also in the time of BNP, that basically they own the mandate of 2/3 majority. So do you see that such a huge victory for Awami League can be counterintuitive and counterproductive as well?
There is always a possibility. I personally do not ignore this. Because after all, Awami League is not a revolutionary party. It's a party of the middle class and party of the bourgeoisie. So if one expects some sort of revolution in their hand, I think they will be bewildered and befooled very soon. But plus point about the Awamin League is that it is a more or less secular political party, and on top of it, in this year, some of the left partners will be guarding Awamin League and also the civil society from outside. So they will have a very difficult time to deviate from what they have promised. They may not succeed because the problems are enormous, almost unsurmountable. So, but I think at least in the initial stage, there will be